Marmoush and Savinho double transfer to Tottenham Hotspur. Smash the like button, comment and share. In this video, we're obviously going to be discussing hugely about Kane big announcement, and then also Pogba has gone ahead to obviously put out a message ahead of upon his contract termination at Napoli. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having pure fun wherever you are. And continue to subscribe to this channel to see to it that all goes on well as planned. Now, we are having 30,572 subscribers. So please, we are left with 28 subscribers to clinch 30,600. So please, how do we subscribe? Go into the lower left bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, your notification bell, that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto a beautiful channel in here. Now, let's obviously go eyes and really break this down to the fullest. Now, Tottenham Hotspur are working on a double deal to sign Savinho and Omar Marmoush from Man City. Tottenham Hotspur aiming to land both 22-year Brazil winger plus 27-year Egypt forward as key targets to strengthen attack. Not done, but talk with Man City advancing. Now, at first, we all knew to it that Tottenham Hotspur are pushing to get in only one player, and that player was none other than Savinho. And Savinho went ahead to miss out on the game that saw Man City beaten by the side of Arsenal in the Community Shield by 3-0, and he was not there. He never traveled with the squad of Man City to the Millennium Stadium. Now, they are going in for 2 players. Now, oh my God, what is Tottenham doing, and where are they getting this money? I think they are doing all this because they don't want to spend a lot of money in the coming summer transfer window or January transfer window, and they want to see to it that they get back to the Champions League. That is it. Because they are like, how do we balance up this? Let's get in this money, you get, spend huge, and get back to the Champions League. You get? And by the way, the void is there. The void is there, right? The void is hugely there, I tell you, because if Pepper's gonna hate to leave, right? If Pepper's gonna hate to leave, one, you are really looking even at the trophy, and according to how Spurs are really signing, they are trying to send a message to me that they are looking at a Premier League trophy. That is it. That's what I'm really seeing they're doing. They're obviously eyeing what you call the Premier League trophy. I tell you this. They're eyeing what we call a Premier League trophy. I'm telling you the truth. That is it. And that's what I'm seeing from them. They're eyeing a Premier League trophy. Because if you've already gone ahead to bring in through Dubravka as a free agent, Robertson as a free agent, Marco Senas as a free agent, but you've gone ahead to spend £100 million on Sandro Tonali, £85 million on Matheus Fernandes, Paul Van Heck, £53 million. That is £137 million. That is £237 million. Now, if they've so far spent 237 million pounds, right? 237 million pounds. As it stands right now, you obviously have to really do the needful and see to it that you get the best of the best. And what's the best of the best that you get? You go ahead and really ask yourself, these free agents, how much have they spent on them? Now, just understand they're going to have to spend like 20 million pounds onto them. Add it onto that money. That is like 250 million pounds. Now, if they've spent 250 million pounds, Savinho alone, they have to pay like 60, 70 million pounds. Let's say 60. Marmoush. Marmoush. They might call in for like 60 because Man City sells. That means they're going to spend another 120 million pounds on these two players. They'll be at 370 million pounds. Up to now, I'm asking myself, how is Spurs going to fund this? And they're still going hard at this. So, we are waiting to see how things really pan out. But they might be a team that has not been breaking the financial fair play rule, but the Premier League squad, is it profit? It's called the Premier League profit to, is it squad profit ratio? Right? Let me get it right here. It's called the Premier League squad cost ratio. What does it mean? It's set at 85% to limit on-pitch spending relative to the club's football revenues and player trading profits. This system replaces the old profit and sustainability rules. Now, they say that clubs should spend not more than 85% of their adjusted football revenue on core costs, on core squad costs. Now, how much did Spurs make? I want to know. How much did Spurs make? Spurs made a total revenue of 56,565 million. Now, let's get this and say 85% of this and see how much Spurs are supposed to obviously spend. Calculator. It is 565 times 85 divided by 100. That means Spurs can spend 480 million. Squad to cost ratio. That is it. So I think 300 won't affect them a lot. And I know they cannot do the same amount of spend come next season. That is it. But if they add Savinho and Omar Marmoush to their squad, remember, they do have Kulusevski, Mohamed Kudus. Now, Marmoush Omar, that means the manager doesn't obviously trust Solanke to lead his line. They do have Matthias Tel. Oh my God. Oh my God. People, you are not ready for Spurs. And I think Zerbi has gone ahead to send them a message and tell them there is no other time that we've ever been ready to obviously come up and really win what we call the Premier League than this. Let's obviously go hard, and because we're obviously going to be playing one game per week, we have an opportunity to rest these players. In fact, all these players perform at the levels expected to be performing, we will obviously break the curse. So, that's what I'm really smelling. I'm smelling danger. I'm smelling threats. I'm smelling blood from Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know what you think about it, but for me, that's what I'm hugely smelling. It's really going to be one of those moments that you have to come up here and really admit that the side of Spurs, indeed, is really on the right course. And if they manage to pull off these two deals, oh my God, it's really going to be very important. Now, we do have Harry Kane. He has come out and obviously spoken to one of the journalists known as Harry Winter, who works for the TalkSport. He has said, when I first left, for sure it was something that I thought I would definitely be coming back. The itch isn't there as much anymore. I'm extremely happy in Munich. Now, Harry Kane says he's happy in Munich, right? Now, Harry Kane has a record to break. When you look at his Premier League goals, he left having gone ahead to score 213 goals. Now, Alan Shearer, Premier League goals. Alan Shearer scored a total of 260 Premier League goals, So that means the difference is 47. Now, Harry Kane, aging like fine wine, when you look at what he puts out of the field of play, it's evident that even if he plays 2 seasons at the Bayern side, because he wants to obviously win the the Champions League with Bayern Munich, and he returns to the Premier League, there will be teams where he'll be playing, I tell you. And he'll be like, I'm going to give myself 2 seasons and get in those 40 goals. And we've all known him as a 20-goal scoring striker. So, if Lewandowski was at a side known as Barcelona, came in through from Bayern Munich and really delivered like that, why not Harry Kane? Harry Kane, he's a man who has gone ahead to maintain himself very well, and as we speak, he's 33 years of age, and he's turning 34, that is next year, and 2028, he will be 35. At the age of 35, he'll be able to come back in the Premier League and really score those goals to really break the record. He can. And he can even play up to 40 to see to it that he breaks this record, I tell you. So I know he wants to win the Champions League with Bayern Munich. Last season, it's PSG that knocked them out. They haven't gone ahead, obviously, put in what we call integral signings, all marquee signings that obviously add on to a lot to Bayern Munich, obviously put them into that ilk of obviously talking of winning the Champions League. But good enough, they've gone ahead to maintain their squad, right? It's Paulinho and Gretzka that have gone ahead to obviously leave. Now, if those have gone ahead to leave the side of Bayern Munich, that means you do have Pavlovic, you do have Kimmich in that midfield, because Kimmich sometimes plays in the midfield or plays as a midfielder, as a right back, but I think Konrad Laimer is being played so much as a right back in the system of Vincent Kompany. If you have Leonard Carl, Musiala, this other guy, Olise, you're having Harry Kane, Serge Gnabry, you understand? I think all those are really good players that can obviously do the needful for the side of Bayern. Bayern Munich hasn't gone ahead to sign players. Let me check here. Bayern Munich signings. Oh, so they've gone ahead to add on the following players. Now, Saibari, good addition, 50 million euros from from PSV to the side of Bayern Munich. Good. You saw what he can offer at the World Cup. Nathaniel Brown, left back from Eintracht Frankfurt. Good addition. I like him. He's really good. And Barandiai, 3.5 million euros. I think this one is a midfielder in the central midfield, and they feel like they need in some other player to develop. And Asako. That's why I tell you that they haven't gone ahead to go hard in the market. But these additions might obviously be the reason as to why Vincent Kompany thought they never lifted what we call the Champions League. And we wait to see how they'll react when push comes to shove. Now, Paul-Ebile Pogba, I've already told you his contract has been terminated, and we've been told that Paul Pogba has come out and spoken after his exit out of Monaco. He has said to the president, the staff, my teammates, right, and to you, the fans, thank you for your trust and your support from today on to the last. It wasn't the journey I imagined, but this is where I found my way back on the pitch, and for that, I'll always be grateful. Monaco will always hold a special place in my heart. That is Paul-Ebile Pogba bidding farewell to the side of Monaco, and we don't know where he's obviously going to be playing next, because for me, he's a troubled guy. He is a troubled guy, and I don't know exactly what is running in his mind. But Obviously, we wish him all the best as Paul Pogba. He's a World Cup winner. I think went ahead, obviously, win a league title at... he went ahead to win a league title at... what side? At Juventus. He never won the Champions League. UEFA Europa League, he has it. I think, did he win a Super Cup? You know? Super Cup. Man United. That is in 2017, because they played it. And who won? You know? Obviously, it took place on the 8th of August 2017 at the Philip to Arena. Real Madrid beat United by 2-1. Casemiro and Isco scored, so he never won the Super Cup in there for you. But all that and more into the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts about Spurs going in for Marmoush and Savinho. Will they transform this side? I'm out.